on October 8, Indian Chief of the Air Staff (CAS) Air Chief Marshal Amar Preet Singh confirmed that deliveries of all S-400 air defense systems ordered from Russia would be completed next year. India has already received 3 S-400 regiments, and 2 more will be delivered by the end of 2025. While the CAS's assurance is welcome, concerns linger about the geopolitical situation surrounding the delivery of the Russian S-400 systems. Need for additional S-400 systems and upgrades. The last S-400 system will be delivered 7 years after the initial contract signing. During this time, the S-400 system has evolved greatly. The imperative for its rapid evolution has been the threat posed to Russia by the West since 2014 and the operational deployment and heavy use of the system since the start of the Russian Special Military Operation (SMO) in February 2022. While the S-400 system has rapidly evolved, the IAF's ability to leverage its improvements may well have diminished due to geopolitical uncertainties, specifically sanctions against Russia and the threat of sanctions against countries dealing with Russia. Only fifth general option for IAF, Russian Su-57 remains, key choice, for India as it struggles with indigenous AMCA. U.S. sanctions. Evidently, India has evaded U.S. sanctions under CAATSA, countering America's adversaries through Sanctions Act, on the S-400 acquisition because the contract was negotiated with Russia well before the U.S. imposed sweeping sanctions against Moscow. At the time of contract signing, the IAF was keen to acquire additional S-400 systems and eventually manufacture them in India, starting with the manufacture of major subsystems. Is the Indian government in a position to sign a follow-up contract for acquisitions of additional S-400 systems despite CAATSA? Equally important, does the IAF still have the inclination to pursue its original plans? This is a valid question since leadership changes can lead to priority changes, though they shouldn't. The Indian government could well be inclined to allow the IAF's S-400 plans to languish in the face of U.S. pressure. To avoid the appearance that it's succumbing to U.S. pressure, the government could well invoke its Atmanirbharta self-reliance paradigm with even more stridency. We are told that India is working on its own S-400 class air defense system under Project Kusha. This system features long-range surface-to-air missiles LR-SAM comparable to Russia's S-400 Triumph air defense system. The Kusha system is expected to have a strike range of around 400 kilometers and will enhance India's preparedness along both the China and Pakistan borders. The problem is that Project Kusha is at least 2 decades away from becoming an operational S-400 analog. Russia has S-400 systems today because it has been working on integrated air defense systems for over 50 years. Acquiring additional S-400 systems quickly will address the IAF's operational capability drop due to a 30% reduction in fighter fleet strength over the years. Manufacturing S-400 systems in India with Russian TOT will place us just 10 years behind the state-of-the-art in air defense in the world. Logically, Project Kusha needs to be conceived as an S-400 follow-up, not a replacement. File image. S-400 launchers. Let me illustrate the perils of a limited, one-time acquisition of S-400 systems without follow-up upgrades. The IAF's operational capabilities will likely suffer more precipitously than may be evident at first glance. It's likely that India's contract with Russia, signed in October 2018 for the acquisition of the 5 S-400 regiments, did not include the supply of the 40N6 interceptor missiles. Russia completed the development of the M.